Hello everyone, today we'll deal with what is complaint, how it is filed and how the cognizance is taken of a complaint. So section 2D of the CRPC defines what is a complaint. So any allegation, either it is made in oral or written, which is made to a magistrate for his taking of action against any known or unknown person, whether he has committed the offense or not. So the definition is divided as such, and a complaint does not include a police report. But the explanation of the section 2D says if the report is made by a police officer in a case which after the investigation is closed discloses that it is a non-cognizable offense or a non-cognizable case, then that report shall be deemed to a complaint and the police officer to be deemed as complainant, and police report is defined under section 2R of the CRPC. So now let's see how a complaint is filed and how cognizance is taken upon the complaint. So basically the criminal proceeding is initiated in the following two ways, that is an FIR is made to a police, is lodged to the police, or a complaint can be lodged before a magistrate. FIR is lodged only in relation to cognizable offences, while when we make complaint to magistrate, it may be cognizable or non-cognizable offences. The private person files a complaint. He does not know, he may know or may not know that the offence is cognizable or not. So it includes both. So who can file a complaint? It was decided in AR Antule versus RS Nair that anyone can file a complaint. The principle of locus standi is foreign to the criminal jurisprudence. So now let's see what is cognizance. Cognizance means when the magistrate applies a judicial mind on the case to take the case, to take notice of the case judicially. So cognizance may be taken upon a complaint or a police report, or also even suo moto or from any other source. This is given under section 190 of the CRPC. So a aggrieved may file an FIR before the police under section 154 and also file a complaint before the magistrate. There has been not defined or no provision is there how a complaint is to file or under which section it is to file. But in the case of Dilawar Singh versus State of Delhi, it was held that when the aggrieved feels the police investigation is not satisfactory, he can approach the magistrate under section 156(3) CRPC, and magistrate then can order a proper investigation and take appropriate actions. So what is 156 clause 3? It is the magistrate's power to direct an investigation to be made by the police officer. Suppose a private person in his complaint files an application, or in that complaint to the magistrate he says that I have faced such and such, the police did not record the FIR, or when I went to the SP he also refused to record the FIR, then it is up to you to please take some action. Then the magistrate orders under 156(3) to the police for the investigation to be made. So now let's see the process where the magistrate take cognizance or where it does not take cognizance. So the scenario is this: complaint is made to the magistrate, then the magistrate has the cognizance taking power, then it is upon his discretion that he may take cognizance or may not take cognizance. Suppose he takes cognizance, then he will be taking cognizance under section 191A, that is cognizance on a complaint. Then the procedure is examination of the complainant or any witnesses if any under section 200. Then he will conduct a preliminary inquiry under section 202. Then according to the case he will whether dismiss the complaint under 203 or issue a process under 204. Suppose the magistrate does not take cognizance, then he will direct the police to conduct an investigation, that is the power under section 156(3). Then the police will investigate and will file a police report under section 173(2). Then Then the magistrate will take cognizance upon the police report under section 191B. There he was taking cognizance of the complaint under 191A. Here he is taking cognizance under 190 clause 1 subclause B on the police report. Then he will straight away issue process under section 204. The report filed under section 173 may be of two types, that is closure report or charge sheet. Closure report is filed under section 169 where the police does not find any sufficient evidence. Then the magistrate has following options when he receives the closure report. Firstly, the magistrate may accept the closure report and close the case. Secondly, he may direct the investigating agency to further investigate the case. Third, issue notice to the informant or the complainant to protest it or to challenge it. Fourthly, reject it totally and take cognizance under section 190 upon the original complaint and issue process under section 204. Suppose the 173 report is a charge sheet. That means sufficient evidence is found. The elements of the offense are contained in it. Facts are also stated in brief. The copy of the FIR or 161 or 164 statements copy, the witnesses list or the seizure of the documents list is been given in the charge sheet. Then the magistrate will be taking cognizance upon such charge sheet or the police report under section 190 clause 1 subclause B. Then it will straight away issue process under section 204, and if it finds that the case is exclusively triable by sessions court, then it will commit the case to the court of session under section 209 CRPC. In another scenario, suppose the police report has been filed before the magistrate, then the magistrate is not bound to take cognizance upon such police report. Then, without issuing process, the magistrate will decide to take cognizance of the offence on basis of the original complaint. Apart from not taking cognizance upon the police report, he will take cognizance on the basis of original complaint. Then he will follow the procedure of examination of the complaint under section 200. Then the inquiry procedure, preliminary inquiry as laid down in section 202. Then he will either dismiss the complaint under 203 or issue process under 204. So now let's see what is a protest petition. Suppose the police report has been filed by the police under section 173, then the court will issue a notice to the complainant or informant that this report has been filed and it contains such and such. Then the complainant and informant will file a petition of protest or complaint or the dissatisfaction or question the fairness of the investigation conducted by the police. So this petition is called as protest petition. So now let's revise some more points. That is, police officer investigates, collects evidence and files a police report, or when a private person has stated all his facts, what he has suffered and etc., files a complaint before the magistrate. Police report before the magistrate and also complaint before the magistrate. Then it is upon the magistrate whether he will take cognizance or not. Suppose the magistrate feels that investigation in a case has not been conducted, or even it has been conducted, then it is not conducted properly. Then also he can use his power under section 156(3) directing further investigation to be made. Also in a case even where the investigation is made and the also report is prepared by the police in which no case has been made out, then the private person may file a protest petition which has been discussed earlier. Here also magistrate has power under section 156(3) to order investigation to be made. Even when a private person files a protest petition, magistrate has power to order investigation to be made. Where in a case the petitioner or complainant has filed a protest petition, it is deemed as a complaint, then there was nothing in the police report that why the protest petition was filed. There was nothing in the police report, that is why the protest petition was filed by the complainant. So no cognizance can be taken on the protest petition, as the court finds that there has been nothing in the case. But if in the protest petition the complainant has mentioned that suppose X witness has not been examined or the place Y has not been investigated properly, then the cognizance may be taken on the protest petition and the examination under section 200 can be conducted. So this is all about complaint and cognizance. Hope you all will like it.